We got a very simple message for you guys today. Make more content. Just make more content. I can't be much more straightforward than that. So if you've never seen me before, if you're just new here, you're clicking on this video, first of all, welcome. My name is Roberto. I'm a creative entrepreneur. I've done over 1,200 videos here on YouTube. I'm a public speaker and I speak at events like VidCon and VidSummit to help other content creators. You have to understand a few different things. You have to understand that when you are starting out, if you're watching this as a beginner, you have to do a lot of work and start to understand the process of making content. And you only do that by making more content. Picking up a camera, learning the functions and the settings, knowing why you need this camera lens. Just buying a camera lens that you see other big YouTubers use is meaningless. You have to know why that lens matters, what it does, what it changes about the look of a scene. If you're doing stuff for Instagram, you need to understand why the shot is angled that way, why you need that lighting, why a macro lens is important. You need to really develop your skills, and you do that by making more content, putting it out. Maybe you get feedback, maybe you don't. But for you, you'll have a record where you can compare where you started and where you are now. One of the best things I think I ever did is the fact that I didn't take down my old YouTube videos, even when I was like inconsistent and I was making content. Film stuff like once in a while in the backyard or by the side of the house. And this is like old, like 3 or 4 houses ago or something like that. And like what I think back to when I look at those old videos, besides being wildly embarrassed by how bad I was, is I think about how far I've come. I think about what's changed. And I think about what it took to develop those skills and grow. And I don't think if I hadn't done hundreds of videos and put it out there and dealt with like not, feeling like, oh, this is quality or whatever. There's so much to the lie that artists tell themselves about quality over quantity. Do you know how I actually started to be decent as an artist? It's all the drawings that I balled up and I threw away. It's all the drawings I balled up and threw away. You know how you become good at illustration, how you become good at painting, how you become good at any artistic craft? Quantity. Actually learning from your mistakes, practicing over and over, developing repetition, muscle memory, being able to do it like the back of your hand. You know how you get good at something like video editing or Photoshop or any of those software skills? Playing with the interface, yes, watching tutorials and watching help videos, but playing with the interface, learning the menus, memorizing the shortcut keys and the commands. And that only happens through repetition. It only happens through repetition. Quality is irrelevant in the process of your development. And the thing is, no one wants to invest into their development. They only want an end result. And you can't just have it. You can't just have, oh, I made something, it should be successful. No, it's part of the process, and part of the process is pain. We refuse to accept that. Do you realize that back in the old days, I had a camera that was a film camera. In fact, actually, I'm gonna go grab one right now. This is a Konica Minolta film camera. You actually have to develop the film in a dark room. This is an old camera. This camera is probably about as old as I am. My father gave me this. And you know what? You get 24 shots. It wasn't like digital. You get 24 shots and you know that not all of them are gonna be good. And you're gonna pay to develop the good and bad shots through either the photo processing at the center, or if you were like me, I was in college and I would we had an actual wet lab, a dark room, and I was in there with the chemicals. And so I would actually have to be in there with these dangerous chemicals and all these fumes, suffering for my artwork, suffering for my photography, to know that there's only gonna be a couple usable shots out of the 24, and that I could risk destroying all 24 shots if I get this wrong. And so that's really putting in the investment and the suffering for your craft. Digital gives you an instantaneous result, and it still feels a little like suffering. It still feels like, and yes, you can still get it wrong, but the penalty for getting this wrong is a lot less than the penalty for getting this wrong. And it costs a lot less upfront in terms of actual money too. In addition to time, you'll never get back. So the impatience is a factor, but also again, I genuinely believe, and I don't think people are lying to you or intentionally misleading you, but I genuinely think that the narrative of quality over quantity is mostly a lie that artists tell themselves to justify the perfection syndrome that doesn't let them realize when good enough is actually good enough or acceptable, or when it will yield a result, or that done is better than perfect. Perfect that you never deliver on versus done that you deliver on. I mean, think about it. Really, a video that is perfect that I miss a deadline for a client doesn't get me paid. A video that's done that a client is satisfied with, whether I'm satisfied with it or not, gets me paid, gets me taken care of, pays the rent, if that's what we're doing. So, I just really feel that the far majority of you, and this rant, this message, I think it matters. You just need to make more content. You need to take more shots. You need to make more videos. You need to do more podcasts. You need to do more. By doing more, you will learn. You will learn from experience. You will learn from your mistakes. You will learn from feedback. You will learn from criticism. You will learn, I promise you. And it's worth it if you want to get better. It is. And it's just something that all of us have to go through. And not being willing to go through that and wanting to take shortcuts, wanting to do this sub for sub, follow for follow BS to validate you, to feed your ego, to make you feel less insecure. Do you know what's going to make you feel much less insecure? Getting better. Getting better. Looking yourself in the mirror and knowing that you suck less today than you did yesterday, even by 1%. Knowing that you can do 20 push-ups instead of 10 when you started, or that you struggled to do 10 and now you can do 20 and you're just a little winded. Like, that matters so much. Just showing up and suffering, I know it doesn't sound fun. I know it doesn't sound sexy. It is not glamorous. And yet almost every single successful person that you look up to, whether it's Casey or Marquez or Sarah or Felix or anybody or even me, we all did it. We all did it. And at the end of the day, I think you will feel really rewarded by looking at how far you've come and knowing that you have this library of work that just shows the progress and the change and the evolution. And it might feel a little awkward. It might feel a little embarrassing. My old videos, go watch some of my first videos on YouTube. I'm gonna link to one or two of them up here for you guys. Go watch it. It's nothing special. It still gets views because I mentioned it or something like that, or because it was a searchable topic, but it really mattered to do those first videos and for them not be special and to not be good so that I could get better. That's all it takes, is just one more step in the right direction, and it's just gonna be making more content. I can't guarantee you that making more content grows your YouTube channel or grows your Instagram or grows your TikTok. I can't guarantee any of that. I do think that making more content will grow your confidence. I think making more content will grow your skill level if you actually are paying attention to what you're doing and the process of your craft. And so I'm going to encourage you to just make more content, because practice makes progress. Stop chasing perfection and chase progress instead. And so that's where I'm going to leave it for today. Question of the day. What skills do you still feel you need to develop in order to be like the content creators that you admire so much? And who is a content creator you admire that you wish you had a skill level of? I really want to know in the comment section. There's a possibility that I might make a video about how your favorite content creators got started and 5 things you can learn from them. It's a new series that I'm planning on, and there are a couple of people I have in mind. So I want to hear from you. Who is a content creator that inspires you primarily because of some of the skills that they have? Whether that's how they communicate, whether it's their comedic abilities, or whether it's their cinematography or technical ability. Just let me know in the comment section, and that's gonna actually help me make some videos for you in the future. Like this video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, because the algorithm's the algorithm. As always, you guys, thanks so very much for watching, and don't forget, go out there and create something awesome today. Oh, P.S. Affiliate links and camera gear in the description, and a budget gear kit link is also in the description, so you can get stuff cheap if you need it. All right, you guys, take care. I'll catch you on the next one.